What changed for you guys defensively after the first two series when they scored?
Yeah, I think we just settled down. I think, home field, first away game, I think they kind of came out kind of hot, and I think we just kind of settled down as a defense, got back to ourselves and just played ball the rest of the game.
Did you sense that what you guys established that they, I wouldn't say there's a little bit of helplessness, but there was less fire off the snap, for example, the rest of the way than there was those first two series because things just weren't working for them?
Yeah, I think, we made some adjustments too, as well as a defense to what they were doing the first two drives. And I think after that, we just kind of got after them for the rest of the game, really.
Said, how does the ball always seem to find Hudson?
I mean, when Coach Chiz, he kind of talks about being in proximity of the ball to kind of make plays. And I mean, he's just a great player. He's been a great new asset to our defense. Great guy, knows football, knows tendencies, very smart, very skilled. And he was just able to make plays tonight, not only 2 interceptions, but a punt return, touchdown. So we're just glad to have him on our team. He's a great, great player.
Could you, just to follow up on that real quick, could you feel like he was maybe due on a punt return since he always seems to do something creative, I'm saying, did you feel like maybe that one of those was coming from him at some point?
Yeah, that was something that we definitely kind of highlighted throughout the week in practice, that we need to get a punt return. We haven't given him the opportunity to even return a kick all year. So that's kind of something that we kind of talked about throughout the week on special teams. And we were able to kind of get some good blocks and set him up, and he was able to do the rest and take it in for a score.
Cedric, in these first 4 games, the South Carolina game, you give up 3 in the second half, Minnesota 3 in the second half, today a touchdown in the second half. What do you think has kind of allowed you guys, in those second halves to kind of limit opposing offenses in comparison to the first half?
Correction. Our kickoff team gave up a touchdown in the second half. Defense was shut out in the second half.
My bad.
I think we're just, like I said, when we're able to kind of settle into the game and kind of see what they're doing. I mean, I think we've become a really, really good defense after we make those adjustments, after we, kind of talk about things and see what they're doing. I think we're able to play really good football. But not only that, I mean, I think that's something that we kind of talk about, being a great second half team and shutting them out, and we were able to do that again tonight.
They blocked a punt, started at your 20, first play you guys caused a fumble, you fell on it at the 17. What happened on that play?
Yeah, so they were just running kind of like a power read play with their quarterback. I guess the quarterback was kind of trying to pull it, and it just kind of fumbled out there. Ball rolled, and I just seen it and hopped on it immediately. So, we just kind of took advantage of the mistake that they made on the read option play, and I was just able there to recover it.
Says, for all the things that Drake does, is his toughness somewhat underrated? There's a lot of other things, but he takes some shots.
Maybe to the world, but on this team, his toughness is not underrated. He was playing a little bit nicked up. He was able to go out there and made a left-handed throw touchdown with guys all in his face. I mean, dude is a competitor. I've always said that Drake is a competitor, and part of being a competitor, you got to be tough. Sometimes you're going to get nicked up, banged up, whatever the case may be, guys in your face, but he just always competes.
Just going back to the Huzzy part, after that punt return, you kind of met him on the sidelines there. What did you say to him?
Yeah, I mean, I was just telling them, like, bro, you're a great player, and I quote, I said, you're him. It's just encourage him on, just being proud of my teammate. That's all that really was.
You said you're him?
You're him.
Yeah, for the older folks at home, could you break that one down?
This is a dig.
It's not very nice.
Well, actually, I would just want to make sure that's what he said. Is that the highest compliment you can pay a guy in a situation like that?
It's a pretty high compliment.
For us old guys that may not understand, as boomers.
It's a pretty high compliment. I mean, all it really means is that you're great. You're him. You're the person that everybody kind of looks up to or whatever. I mean, that's really what it means.
So four games into the season, where do you feel like the defense is? Just how do you rate the overall, the look and feel of the defense?
Yeah. I think the defense is playing really, really great, good ball. I still think we can take another step defensively. Not starting out slow.
Right.
You know, leaky yardage on run plays and different things like that. I think we can definitely take it to another level to be one of the top defenses in the country. But we're playing really good football. We're playing really good football.
Did you, along those lines, said, did you like how you all were able to adjust? Neck now. Okay, yeah.
It's on your shirt.
Swat them away.
Moth thinks you're him.
There's another tackle for Cedric Gray. Add stats, Jeremy. I don't even know what's that.
All right, what are we on?
Yeah, let's go back on.
Along those lines, the way you guys were able to adjust, those first two drives for them, they went, long drives, they were able to score touchdowns. Like, is there, are you able to adjust differently this year without people getting mad or upset, or is there more of a calmness or a confidence?
I think definitely you just alluded to it, the confidence part. I think, you know, this team this year is a lot confident. You know, even when they make plays, nobody is pounding, nobody has down faces. Everybody's like, we're good, we're gonna go back to the drawing board and we're gonna, you know, make plays and win the game. So, like you said, I think we're calm. We're confident in ourselves. You know, we still got a lot of football to play in the games. I mean, like you said, it was just the first two drives. So yeah, we're just kind of able to bounce back from that.
All right, you got one more, go ahead.
Cedric, where does that come from? You talked about what happened, like what would occur last year, and now it's, I mean, where does that come from?
Yeah, I think, you know, even I think I was guilty of it last year. I think we got to kind of pointing fingers, kind of getting down on guys, yelling at guys, and really just, you know, the whole kind of negative demeanor, I think, you know, might have been our response last year. And like I said, this year it's none of that. We're confident, we're calm, we're making adjustments, we're telling people this, and we're just playing composed and just keeping going with our game.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Cedric. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Sid.
Tracy.
What do you say? Very well.
Boomer learning session, huh?
It's a long way up.
Take the stairs.
Are we good? Don't get hurt.
Thanks, Ed.
Feel weird up here.
Yeah, it's really.
Really
Yeah.
towering over us.
All right, gang, go ahead.
So Drake, now you've got a left-handed touchdown pass?
Yeah, shoot, Jeremy was just saying that. I just had the finger roll, now lefty. I guess something's working. I may switch from righty, but pretty much my only touchdown pass tonight was lefty. But hey, just playing football out there. You know, Kobe, we had kind of a play design, kind of pull read. I should have gave the football. I shouldn't even pulled it to begin with, but sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes mistakes turn into no. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So one of those plays, and I'm just glad it worked out.
Is that your first left-handed touchdown pass?
That I can remember. I remember throwing a couple, maybe. I know I threw a two-handed chest pass against Oregon. Not sure if I've tried to throw a lefty one yet. I think I've had a couple chances, and I've always told myself, you know, might as well throw it out there lefty. But it's just kind of in the moment thing that kind of happened.
Drake, at what point in that play did you actually end up seeing Kobe? Because you did have it kind of tucked for a second.
Yeah.
What
No, I just figured I wasn't getting anywhere, so trying to figure something, whether it's throw it away or, you know, seeing he was wide open in the end zone. So I'm glad he caught it. But no, I just threw kind of a duck up there. It wasn't spinning at all. It was just kind of a pancake. So.
Were you channeling some of your basketball instincts on that? It just instinctively happened in basketball, you're going like that, and you can use the left-hand bounce pass?
Yeah, I think that's what I said in the post-game interview on the field. You know, just part of growing up playing sports. You know, using my left hand, whether it's a left-handed, you know, pass or dishing it off to, you know, my older brother Bo under the basket with the left hand, just different stuff. And just being able to, you know, play different sports growing up. I think that's just, you know, I advise, you know, all little kids or all young kids out there playing, you know, don't stick to one sport. Just play them all and see which one you find out is best.
Drake, the roughing the passer that they had, when you hit some big pass down the middle.
Yeah, we hit Kobe
sideline.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Little trick play. Golly, I got hammered. I was asking the white hat to look at it or something for targeting or get the guy out. I thought it was, you know, very unnecessary. I think he maybe double forearm me to the face. Just one of those feelings when you get hit in the face and your ears kind of ringing and just kind of. You ever got hit with like a basketball in the face and it kind of just hurts for a
See
while?
stars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stars. They would have pulled me out. So, but nah, just got out. I told them guys they're gonna have to drag me off the field. You know, I'm gonna come back. So I felt good to go back the next play, but I guess if you go down, you can't stay. So.
That's what I was gonna ask you, cause you're messing with your ear holes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it
my
clearly
ear.
looked like your bell was rung.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think one of those plays where you're trying to get the pitch, I'm just trying to see Copenhagen down the field, and you're not even sure who's in front of you. Kind of one of those sloppy protection plays that you have to do just because it's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, it worked out. I think I didn't even see the pass. You know, maybe I threw him a little bit for a touchdown. I'm not even sure, but just glad something happened, and we ended up scoring that drive. So.
First 4-0 start for UNC since '97. How do you wrap your head around that? Just being that, I mean, you weren't born at the
Yeah.
time so long ago.
Yeah, that's great. I think, I think maybe my Oldsboro Luke was maybe just born. But yeah, it's great. I think Coach Brown was preaching that, coming in 4-0 and heading into the bye week after we get a lot of us healthy, and just something to build on. 4-0. Got some big HC games coming up. Got a chance to do them at home. That's a big deal. Protecting the house, and looking forward to it.
You guys good?
Coach Brown said that was one of the what did he say, most amazing plays he's ever seen?
What he said.
Yeah, what he
I
said.
don't know about that.
That's, I was gonna ask him about some
That's
of
what
the
he
bench
said. I
jump.
mean,
Yeah.
what's that?
No,
How do
that's
you
never
react to
true.
that? I mean, he's
Yeah.
seen a lot of football.
Yeah, I think Coach Brown always he says something good to make you feel better about it. He's always positive, and that's what the great thing about Coach Brown. I think we were going out into a drive on the play. He pulled me over and said, "Yeah, Sports Center #1 play or something." So Coach Brown's he's at the end of the day he's just a good funny dude and positive, and he's kind of doing the same thing all y'all doing, just watching the game. And I think sometimes we recognize a play like that. It's just
You gonna check to see if it's #1?
Nah, only time I checked it when Luke hit the shot, and I got a video on my phone when it was the #1 play, but I'm sure it won't be on there. So
Drake, with
Yes, it will.
the injuries, it would probably be up there, yeah. The injuries y'all have had on the offensive line, and I know Ed went out for just a little bit, came back in tonight, didn't have Willie. Has that messed up some of the protections? Like, it seemed like they were able to get back there early on, then you
Yeah.
you were able to slow their line
For
down
sure.
later on, but.
I think that's some of their game plan. Pitt's gonna always they're gonna bring 6 and 5 and 6 guys almost every play. They got this 3 hot stuff they play that they do a good job with. They're bringing different guys at different times, but sometimes I get the ball out. I think sometimes it has some guys open, and then some third downs. I could have thrown it away, but at the same time I wanted to run the clock. And that last one I took the sack and just kind of slid. But the guys are battling their butts off. Corey and them guys. I love those guys. And do a better job of getting the ball out. I think I probably had at least 2 times. I remember in my head right now that I could have got it out, and just bad quarterback play.
Just briefly, what was your reaction to Huzzy's performance tonight?
Yeah, I just told Huzzy in the locker, I said I need to take him out to dinner this week on the bye week, so I'm gonna find time to take him out wherever he wants, on me. So he's just a player. I think every time you see 28, you see a ball in the air, something good's gonna happen our way. Punt return. I knew he hadn't gotten a chance to take one back all year. He's been fair catching them all, doing a great job, and he finally got his chance. And even that first one, got us, above the 50-yard line. So maybe right at the 50. He's a heck of a player. Glad he's in Carolina Blue.
Drake, you talked about wanting to hit J.J. Jones more often. Obviously, he had a career high in yards today.
Yeah, somebody else told me that.
Yeah, what has made him, such a consistent target for you guys? I mean, he's kind of had, a few games like that this year.
Yeah.
What's kind of made him a consistent target for you?
No, yeah, I missed him. I think I told him one time on a fade, not the one, the play before I threw the one out of bounds. He got held, maybe pass interference, but I missed him. He's a big dude. People sleep on his speed and release game, and I missed him on another fade. He had the corner beat, so I like some throws I like to have back at JJ, but at the same time, I think he's got a thing for that toe tap on the sideline. I think he had 3 or 4 tonight, and then I feel like every time he got a post, he played on the left side last year most of the time, and that post on the right side, I feel like he had a pretty good hang of it right now, and JJ just running under it, and he's a good player.
Drake,
All right, after this one.
after they went up 14-7, you guys outscored them 31-3 from
Wow.
that point to take control.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is there, do you feel like there's a sense with this team that even when a situation like that, another team starts fast, that you're gonna be able to figure it out once you settle into the game and find a rhythm? Like, stuff's not, like, everything's not going terrible.
Exactly, yes, sir. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you just gotta feel the game out. Coach Brown was saying they're gonna bring a surge. Had a pretty decent home crowd for the weather at the start, and sometimes when you're playing somebody at their home stadium, a couple plays here or there can really break it open. I think Huzzy's punt return was one of those, but even after just listening to Ced saying, keeping the positive energy, not negative, I've said some times where he's running off the sideline maybe after second score in a row, maybe they went up 14-7, and he's kind of steaming up, and I feel like last year he would have been yelling and kind of doing, but I feel like he kept cool, and Got over there, I saw him multiple times, talking to the D-line, corners, just saying keep playing. So he's a great leader, him and Power. I'm glad, them two, they're pretty dang good. So it's one of those, like I said, just we're feeling it out, and once we hit a rhythm, I think it's, we take off and continue to play our best brand of football in the fourth quarter offensively. We got to find a way to get first downs to help the defense.
All right. Thanks, Rick.